Hey guys, we are back for another palette tutorial. We are doing this series until we figure out something better to do. I'm just kidding. You guys said you wanted to see palette tutorials, so I'm doing palette tutorials for now. So today, I decided to do this palette because it's on sale. So we are doing the Norvina Mini Pro. I believe this is the volume 2. Yes, this is volume 2. So one of the things I really like about the Norvina Mini Pro Pigment palettes and her bigger ones is that she doesn't waste her time coming up with shade names. So you literally just have like A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. So I decided also today I'm gonna go out of my comfort zone, because if y'all know me, my comfort zone is like this color, and this color. So basically all the greens in the palette plus the kind of like purpley color over here, maybe this purple, but like kind of disguised into the look. So I decided that we are going to do a sunset eyes look using 1, 2, 3, 4 shades from the palette. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully it won't be a total disaster. My eyes look horrendous right now because I used my white LA Girl, where is it? Where did it go? Oh my gosh. I always lose this primer. This is like gonna be a running gag on here. But I used my LA Girl Pro Primer, the white one that I've showed you guys a million times. And the reason I chose the white one is because white really makes your eye shadows pop, especially if they're very brightly colored. So, not that I doubt that this is gonna be very pigmented, but yeah, just wanted to give it a little extra boost. So, little disclaimer, I know everybody who's reviewed this palette has talked about it, but some of these are pressed pigments. So there's like a little warning right there. So pressed pigments are not meant to be put in like the immediate eye area. So just be careful. I don't have memorized which ones are the pressed pigments, but it's my eyes. So I'm willing to take that risk. Not that you should though. So let's get started. So in order to make sure that this look was not gonna be a complete disaster, I actually did one eye off camera. So all I'm gonna do is just kind of show you how I did this look. I think it's actually pretty cute. I mean, it's not a look that I would naturally usually gravitate towards, but I'm not mad at it. I actually kind of like it. For some reason, I'm noticing that on camera, sometimes like right here, it looks a little sparse at times, but I promise in real life it does not look that way. I don't know why it's appearing that way on camera sometimes, but here's what it looks like. Nice little halo eye, so let's get started. Okay, so the first step to this halo eye is going to be that I'm going to take this orange shade up here, and I'm gonna use that as kind of like a transition shade. So that we're already kind of familiar with. I'm just gonna take my big old blendy brush and look at how much pigment is on that brush. So we're just gonna do our windshield wiper motions with that. Now because this is kind of a light color and I also haven't done my base yet, I don't mind using the same brush to blend this as I'm going to apply it. So see, just kind of a quick wash of that color. And especially when you're doing a halo eye, this is gonna help that dark color that's going on the inside and the outside corner. The outside corner's right here. Because you're gonna pack that on with a packing brush. So it's just gonna help that kind of not go all the way up your eye and look weird, like you have strangely shaped eyes. So for our dark color, we're gonna use this purple right here. This is, I don't know what, C3, I think. And we're just gonna pack that, sorry, I gotta see what I'm doing, on the inside and the outside corners. So just take it up to about here, on the inside and the outside, and just pack. Because all you're trying to do is just lay that color down. You've already laid down a transition color that you can blend it into. So we're just taking it up to about there, okay? The only thing I'm noticing about this color in particular is that I feel like it kind of goes away really fast. Like I feel like when I blend it, what am I saying? When I blend it, I kind of have to like reapply it a little bit, so just be aware of that. So I know I look crazy right now, but we're just gonna blend. So we're gonna go back in with that same brush and just very lightly, we're gonna blend the edges of that to where it doesn't look crazy. And I'll be honest, like I'm very new to halo eyes, so I don't usually gravitate towards them. I'm usually just very like old school in how I do my eyeshadow. So I just don't usually do halo eyes that much. So then we're gonna take this orange color right here. You can't even see that. We're gonna take this bright neon orange color right here. And then we are going to put that like right here. So towards the middle. And these are so pigmented, like it's ridiculous. And I just kind of like to shimmy that down the middle when I do a halo eye. So whatever my middle color is, I like to just shimmy it down there. And you see how that just gives such a cool gradient effect where like that middle is just nice and emphasized. And just packing that on. And it looks a little bit crazy, but again, we're gonna blend it with that same brush. And I like to just take it a tiny bit down and just on the edges kind of do that. And then I'm gonna take that same packing brush from before and go back into the purple here that we used earlier and just re-emphasize that. I just kind of tap it along the edges. And you see how that just kind of brings back that purple? Like you don't realize how much of it got lost until you're going back to redo it. Okay, and just blend, blend, blend. That looks good. And then on, where's my packing brush? I'm gonna use it on my dry sponge real quick. The one that we used for that orange shadow. Then I'm gonna take the yellow, which this yellow is insane, so make sure you tap that. And I'm just gonna put the yellow right here at the very bottom. This is gonna be our sun, okay? We wanna keep it in the middle. And then just make sure you take that brush, the packing brush, and just kind of tap the edges again. And I even like to just take my finger and kind of really blend that in there. And you just see how it makes the middle of your lid stand out. Make sure these are even. I feel like I took the yellow up a little bit more on the other eye, so I'm just gonna bring it up a tiny bit. And then just take and pat. I'm gonna take this little brush because I feel like for some reason my yellow is not staying here at the bottom. So I'm gonna re-emphasize that at the bottom there. There we go. There we go. That looks a little more even to me. Then I'm just gonna take this clean blending brush and just kind of blend everything. There we go. I feel like that looks a little more similar. And then for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna take a little pencil brush and I'm gonna take this kind of mauve-y color and just kind of smudge it all along that lower lash line. Don't worry if you go a little too low with it because you can take your concealer and cover it back up later. That's why we do this first and not our face makeup. Okay. I'm just gonna go all along that lower lash line with this. Okay. And then what I did is I took kind of a mixture of the yellow and the orange here. And I just put that starting here. I just kind of blended it all along here to give it more of like that warm sunset kind of look. So I'm gonna put on the rest of my face makeup and we're gonna talk a little bit more about the palette. So we are done with our face makeup and what do I think about the look? I love it. Is it something I would normally do? Absolutely not. Y'all know me, I like grungy, kind of neutral, smoky, but I feel like this is fun. You know, I feel like this is very, I would say it's surprisingly wearable. I honestly don't feel like this looks that crazy. My husband even likes it. So I love it with the dark lips. I think it looks really cool with the dark lipstick, especially since it's very, the lipstick is a very neutral brown. I think that helps a lot. And also like the lower lash line isn't too crazy, so I think it looks pretty good. Like I would wear this again. I absolutely love this palette. It has a really interesting mix of colors. So like I said earlier, it has these kind of sunset colors that I used, and then it has some more neutral colors in here as well. This palette usually retails for about $30, normal price. But last time I checked, which was a few days ago, it was actually on sale at Sephora for $14.50. All of the little Mini Pro palettes were. So if you want to, definitely go ahead and pick this up. It is a mini palette, but it is just so versatile that it's crazy. So definitely I would recommend this palette if you like these kind of sunset crazy colors, but you also like to have more of a neutral look as well. It's a great palette for both. So I will see you guys in the next one. I think my next palette review is gonna be another ColourPop palette. Probably my favorite palette from ColourPop that I haven't even worn yet because I'm like too afraid to touch it and run out. But if you like this look, let me know. Or if you have any other palettes you want me to do, let me know. I can't wait to hear from you guys.